Hi Taurus, welcome to my channel, and this is gonna be a reading for September. I was gonna say mid-month, but let's just make it September. Okay, Earth signs. Now, for those of you who's been faithful subscribers, I love it, love it, love it. And for the newbies, I love it, love it, love it too. But yeah, I'm going back to the love, work, and family spread. Okay, so. But you guys, I feel like in your love life, there may be a bit of like tough love or tightening your grip on showing positive emotions, and you may be showing more so much of like spiteful kind of energy. Because you've got the Four of Pentacles here, which means like tight, like being very stingy. It can mean stingy, like you want to hold on to a love interest and you don't want them to go anywhere. But I feel like this is more of a way of you're feeling like you want to keep your feelings or keeping things more tightly close to your chest for some reason or some sort or the other. And then you've got the Five of Swords here, which is definitely like that pent up, like, aha, I'll show you. This screen is dingy as hell. Okay, there we go. Like that, like, aha, I'll show you energy. Like, or you feel like you got something to prove, or you feel like you want to have the power over someone. Maybe you feel like you didn't get judged, you wasn't judged fairly, or you didn't like how someone dealt with you. And some of you may be doing this, and you may be like withheld. You may be trying to taunt someone, and maybe if you have children, you may be using a child as like a pawn, like trying to withhold someone from seeing the child, or trying to use a child, trying to put a child in the middle of something for out of the city. Obviously, this isn't gonna be for all Taurus, but for some of you, I feel like that may be the energy, especially if there's like some sort of legal battles or custody battles. I feel like this has been going on for some time for a lot of you Taurus. Maybe still fighting for something, or fighting for some sort of right. And others of you who are single, this could possibly just mean that I'm just the Sun card too. Could mean that you're just holding on tightly to your feelings, and you don't want to show someone your vulnerability, even though you do possibly have feelings for someone. You don't want to show them that. I just feel like the overall theme for even people who are single is like that tough love, or that like not wanting to be the weakest link, or not wanting to show your emotions first, or not wanting to feel laughed out on the curl, because you may not be sure if the person feels the same way about you. Yeah, and the Judgment card is here as well. I got this as a clarifier, and it came out in reverse. So, and the Judgment speaks of like rising to your higher self, getting a higher calling, and obviously it can mean the basic meanings of judgment. And if you get something that is yours, or if something is rightfully due, or injustice, kind of in relation to Justice card as well. And you also have the Justice card here further down the line. So that's why it's making, and a lot of swords here. So it makes me think a lot of like maybe a lot of pentacle energy. So you guys may be going with a lot of like court process, or court legal something. Or even if it's not like the actual court, you may be fighting about money, or just fighting about something along them kind of lines. And just feeling like you want to take back your power, especially if you couldn't, like, if something's been keeping you up at night, or if you have like insomnia, you kind of want to go about another way of doing things and rearranging things so that you can feel more like the nurturing Empress kind of like energy you are, because that's the Empress card, is known as the Taurus card. And then what you need to work on in your love life, you've got the Tower card, the Three of Pentacles, and then the Eight of Cups. So I feel like you might have heard something, like a certain shock, a certain revelation, a certain secret may have come to light about a certain person. Maybe you possibly found out that someone was dealing with more than one person. This is Three of Pentacles, so that means 3 people. Or it can mean and then you decided this and it's making you want to move on, or it's making you want to, even if it's not for good, it's making you want to temporarily seek elsewhere. Or maybe if you're not actually physically moving on, it can mean that these three parts together is just showing you how someone is freely doing them and they're moving and doing them whenever they want, and it's may come as a sudden like shock or a sudden or for some of you it may be a sudden revelation or a sudden realization that if you're single, that that someone that you work with likes you, and they may not know how to approach you, or someone that you're friends with in your friends section, and they may or may not be a water sign, because they got the cups here can mean a water sign, or you can be returning back to, or thinking about returning back to a certain is this return? I don't think this is return. I feel like it's more so got to do with emphasis on someone having more than one partner, or someone using their time elsewhere and not really spending enough time on a certain person. Like you may be you or the other person may be really worldly, or like be doing so many different activities in the world instead of actually focusing on a partnership, or you may be just focusing on your work life right now and not really got any time for partnerships. That could be what the message is here for a lot of you. Like, not really got the time for love per se. You want to focus on work because maybe you found a certain realization about your work life, and you have another call of duty in another aspect of life other than love. And then what's working for you this month is you've got all these pentacle cards that came up. So this is King of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, and Ace of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles and King of Pentacles can either be you, or it can be showing up as someone as like maybe a financial advisor for those of you who do have like you're winning something, because all of these have money or coins in hand, so it's like you're receiving something. I feel like justice may even be served if you did have any sort of legal court dealings, whether it's to do with family or love. I feel like you get your wish or something gets granted. This, because you also got the Ten of Cups and the Justice here in the same line. So, yeah, I feel like there's an offer. So some of you may be even getting a new offer from you may actually be deciding to take on a certain offer that from someone. This person may or may not be an earth sign like you, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Reliable, stable, down to earth. Someone may be, or you may be doing this to someone else. You may be deciding that you want to offer your services to someone to help mentor someone and help get their business up and starting up and running. And this can be the start of a love, and this love may be beneficial because this person may be able to help your talents as well and help you be more active in things that you love to do. That could be what these mean here. But it's definitely a windfall. It's definitely a blessing, like a showering of like stability, or you get some sort of reward, or something of some sort. Someone's offering something, and it's very stable, it's very grounded and tangible, reliable, helpful, and maybe even life-changing. But this looks beautiful. All these coins, all this yellows, all these monies. As children call money. Monies. But Spirit advises you not to do this month in your love life. You've got the Hierophant in reverse, and then you've got the Death card. So I feel like what this is saying is Hierophant in reverse, it's like not following the rules, breaking tradition, kind of being unorthodox, doing your own thing, or it can mean infidelity. Because the Hierophant can be the family card as well, upright. So with the product with the Death card here, it could be saying that you know, maybe don't be too sneaky, or don't be too authoritative, or don't be too aggressive. or maybe you may need to change your beliefs, because the Death card is transformation. So it's maybe saying maybe you need to change your beliefs, or don't, or watch how you treat someone that you do go with, or watch how you treat the law, or like a lawyer, or like yes, an organization, or your wife or husband. Watch how you communicate. Watch how you maneuver, like no manipulation, things and that sort of thing and tactic. When it comes to your work life, Taurus, you've got the Nine of Swords in reverse and the Hangman in reverse. So I feel like this is saying you're coming from a time where you might have felt like you couldn't really, you was just dealing with a lot of stress and a lot of hang-ups, and may have like it may have affected with your body, your nurturing, your health. You may have felt like really restless and stuff. So now and this job was not maybe fulfilling your desires, or fulfilling your true happiness, or fulfilling exactly. Oh, why is this computer overheating? Fulfilling exactly what you wanted. Um, so you may want to like go back and start doing things differently, or actually implement and actually be kind of forceful in actually making a change in your life now, instead of maybe before you might have been a little bit too restless. You might have been a little bit too just waiting to let go, just like, oh, let me just swing from the tree and just waiting to see something. But I feel like that way wasn't really, I feel like this way wasn't really helping you, because it caused you to like have like insomnia, and causes with like your body rhythms and like your health, and like for you to feel like you're living your life like living your life like alive. Like, I'm not got that's not the right word. I want to more like like. So I feel like you're deciding that you need to be a little bit more aggressive with your work life now, and start utilizing all the skills that you have, and don't sleep on yourself. Um, you've got the Chariot card here, and then the Seven of Cups here. So this is definitely saying things that go like going, but giddy up, like yeah, go ahead, chase those dreams, utilize all the many different ideas that you have. This card can sometimes be like scattered energy, but overall the basis of it is a lot of ideas, a lot of imaginations, a lot of maybe untouched dreams. So this may be telling you to start chasing and start ticking off them dreams one by one, so that you can feel more fulfilled in your life. Maybe like telling you to team up with the right people, telling you to be more worldly, be more, you know, you get more involved, even if it's like friendly competition. Maybe even if it's a competition that's going on, enter yourself into a certain competition that may be coming up, because you may just be the winner. You may get like worldly success, or this may, even if it's like something to do with the internet, maybe you have to apply yourself through the internet, through something, you may end up winning this thing in the end. So just don't sit. I really feel like that's what it is for you guys here, Taurus. And then you've got the what's working for you this month is that you're not gonna feel like there's nothing out there. You're not gonna feel sorry for yourself. You're not gonna feel like no one's offering you nothing, or anything that someone's offering you isn't good enough. You're gonna grab that shit by the balls and be like, you know what? There's too much opportunity around here. There's too much groups, family, like communities, organizations, groups that are waiting for me that I can be happy in. And I really feel like that's what's working for you this month, Taurus. You may be starting a new job, like starting a new family, like this may be a welcome into the family, something that you thought you could never have, and then like ta-da, here it comes. And then this is in the same line with the King of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and Justice. So come on, like it doesn't get any better than that. And then what Spirit is advising you not to do is, I feel like it's advising you not to be too much of an authority figure that people can't get through to you, or not to be too stern or rigid in your beliefs that people feel like you're unapproachable, or don't be too stuck in your ways that you feel like your dreams are unattainable, because this card is beautiful upright. Or don't be scared to travel if you feel like you have to travel to go somewhere. Don't let travel hold you back. See if there's like some sort of organization that could help you. Okay. And then moving along in your family sector, I feel like some of you guys are feeling, I don't know if there is an ill outer family member, whether this is a woman or a man, but you got the Empress card in reverse, or this could be you. But somebody's feeling worn down, and someone's feeling stuck. Someone's feeling like stuck and caged and trapped, like maybe in some sort of family deal or court, something. Or someone's feeling trapped by maybe their urges, or by someone that they love, maybe blackmailing them, or someone that you was dealing with, someone was dealing on the side, maybe blackmailing them, or maybe trying to interfere with your family. Or this can really mean that there's like someone elderly in the family that needs some help. They may need to be at hospital. They may need to go in the hospital for something, or need some pampering, and need some love and attention. I feel like family needs. I feel like there's a deep, dire need to be loved right now with your family. Either a family member is got to cry out for this for you, or this is you giving a cry out to your family that you want some love and nurturing and things of that sort. And then if this is a family business, the family business is definitely neglected and it's suffering right now, and it feels trapped because you've got the these swords here, like victimization, feeling blocked, feeling trapped, feeling like you can't move, stagnant, like the backs are up against the wall. People are talking about you, feeling like you don't really have anyone. And right underneath that was what you need to work on in your family life is you've got the Five of Wands here, and then the World. So I feel like this is definitely saying that work on how you're dealing with your family, how you're talking about your family to the world, maybe, or how you're gossiping to others about your family, possibly, is what these could mean. Or focus on how much you're giving other worldly subjects your attention instead of your family. Like the inner conflict that's going on in the inner circle of your family, or some sort of family agreement needs to come to an end. Some sort of family agreement, some sort of family argument needs to be settled. You guys need to sit down and talk about this and come to a completion and realize that family is your rock and is your world. And then right underneath it, what's working for you is you've got justice. So something's, if you got any court dates, or if someone owes you money, I feel like you're gonna win it. Or if someone is owed something, like if you're fighting for a family member's spot in a certain organization or a certain place, then I feel like you're gonna get it. And then what Spirit is advising you not to do this month is don't be sneaky and manipulative, okay? Or don't use your seductiveness or don't be manipulative, because the Queen of Cups is a beautiful card, but when it's paired up with this Seven of Swords, you either maybe a family member in your family that is a spicy, a spicy, oh my god, a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, because those are the water signs, the cups, emotional energy. So this dark emotional energy, and it's not dark, but I'm calling it dark because it came up and what you should not do, total. So this dark, manipulative, muddly, swampy, heavy energy mixed with this Seven of Swords, which is the sneaky energy, it's not so good. So either don't let someone manipulate you, or you don't do that. Okay, Taurus? And then you received go the distance. I believe this, I didn't ask for what specifically this meant, so it could mean that this is for prosperity, family, or love. So I'm gonna just read all of them, and then whatever clicks, you know that that's the message for you. 47, go the distance. Endurance, strength, and the long haul. To bring your dream to life, you must think long term and pay no attention to the fluctuations in the current of your experience. Joy and disappointment commingle with opportunity, so there is no need to fear the occasional obstacle. Life is not a sprint. This card is a reminder that you have endurance, strength, and fortitude to carry you all the way. Remain true to yourself. Your authenticity alone will keep you in alignment with the energy of miracles. What is yours will never be withheld from you. Remember that. And then the relationship messages, you either are in or are calling in a harmonious relationship that can stand the test of time, for better or worse, as you ride the ups and downs and even strain, break yourself, and are remade in a new growth. You are being redeemed by the power of regeneration. Harmony does not mean there will never be a wrong note played out, that the relationship is marked by endurance and dedication to overall unity. A new song can be written, an instrument can be tuned, and the symphony of love will play on. Listen with your heart. Isn't it magnificent? Now the prosperity message. I feel like this is more to do with like work and prosperity, but I could be wrong. Your most precious dreams are not about instant gratification, but enduring prosperity. This is a time to think long term and engage in continued action. You will experience momentum building as you translate the ebb and flow in slow and steady movement forward. Your efforts, ideas, and hard work now can lead to greater riches than you can imagine. Stoke the fire so that an uninterrupted stream of energy is available to support you in all phases of manifestation. Be assured that you are in the right place right now. Then flexible in reverse. Flexibility, sorry. I think I remember these messages. This is flexibility in reverse though, but when you or someone else becomes too rigid, you lose the access to growth and untapped potential and find yourself in an us versus them scenario. Loosen up, open your mind and heart, and see if a more flexible approach feels better. Rigidity will set you up for a fight where there are only losers and no winners. Could you find a way to bring about a result that is mutually beneficial? Meet in the middle. Spirit makes a great mediator. Beautiful, beautiful. Should I read what I was in? 22. These other ones came out too, and they both got to do with like trees and being groundedness. So I feel like I'm not gonna just fucking read it back. I was only saying because one of them is called the Green Woman, but she's in reverse, and then the Oak Man, but she's in reverse as well. And I feel like it's just basically just saying that you probably guys need to get more grounded, like this fella here. But that's you here, so maybe you are gonna do that, or if that is you for some of you. So listen to your own perceptiveness and intuition. And when it comes to the green lady is telling y'all, in reverse, she's saying when her energy is blocked, growth is stunted, twisted. The energy of growth goes awry and we move in directions that are either dead ends or simply inappropriate for us. Okay, I'm happy I did read this. But she can't be in reverse, you guys. Who the hell am I? Or perhaps we try to shift from one extreme to another between growth and status, which only yields twisted, stunted, and warped results. In its destructive mode, the energy of growth goes wild. Cancers, both physically and emotional, may result. Alternatively, there may be no growth at all. But in fairy and this world, we must both either grow or die. We simply cannot sit still. So yeah, that I feel like it's got to do with your work life as well, or whatever you was letting go and surrendering to, and not and like being stagnant about before. It's time to move. It's time to move. It's time to move. Thank you, Taurus. If you haven't subscribed, click it and then click the bell. Peace.